Ancient Rome is remembered as a place of marble temples, powerful emperors, and grand public spectacles. Crowded forums, roaring colosseums, and laws that shaped the modern world. But this image is only half the truth. Because beneath the polished surface of Roman civilization existed a hidden world, one that most citizens never saw and never wanted to see. A world of secret cults, forbidden rituals, and ceremonies so disturbing that even speaking about them could put a person's life at risk. Religion in Rome was public and orderly on the surface. People worshipped openly, festivals were held in daylight, and temples stood proudly in the center of cities. But not everyone believed public religion was enough. Some Romans believed true power, protection, and enlightenment could only be found through secret devotion. These beliefs gave birth to underground cults, closed groups that met in hidden places, accepted only chosen members, and demanded absolute silence. Once you entered, there was no easy way out. These cults did not meet in grand temples. They gathered underground, beneath homes, behind marketplaces, inside caves, or in chambers carved deep below the city streets. Torchlight replaced sunlight. Incense filled the air. Faces were hidden by masks or hoods. Initiates were sworn to secrecy through oaths that were believed to be enforced not only by men, but by the gods themselves. Breaking that oath was said to bring punishment worse than death. One of the most secretive cults was the cult of Mithras. Unlike public Roman religion, Mithric worship was closed to outsiders. Only initiates were allowed inside their underground temples, called Mithria. These spaces were small, dark, and designed to feel like tombs. New members were led inside, blindfolded, symbolizing death to their old life. Inside, they faced brutal tests, long fasts, isolation, endurance trials, and ritual humiliation. These ceremonies were meant to break fear and rebuild loyalty. Animal sacrifice was central to Mithras worship. Blood was not symbolic, it was real. Bulls were killed on stone altars, their blood flowing into carved channels. Some ancient sources suggest that during times of crisis, sacrifices may have gone further, though no official records confirm it. What is certain is this: every movement, every word, every ritual action had a hidden meaning known only to higher-ranking members. Power inside the cult was earned through suffering. If Mithras represented discipline and control, the Dionysian cults represented chaos. These cults worshipped Dionysus, the god of ecstasy, madness, and loss of control. Their ceremonies were held at night, often far from cities. Members gathered in forests, abandoned structures, or hidden chambers. Wine flowed freely, mixed with herbs. Chanting grew louder. Torches flickered wildly. The goal was not order, it was complete surrender. During these rituals, personal identity was stripped away. Members danced for hours, screamed prayers, and entered trance-like states. Ancient writers described scenes of total psychological collapse, where followers no longer recognized themselves or each other. The fear came from what happened when someone resisted. Stories passed down through generations speak of initiates being punished, restrained, or removed entirely for failing to let go. These incidents were never recorded officially, but they were remembered. What makes these cults truly frightening is who belonged to them. They were not limited to the poor or desperate. Soldiers, generals, senators, and wealthy elites were rumored to be members. Some cults spread through military ranks, bonding soldiers through shared secrets and blood rituals. Others quietly entered aristocratic households. A man could stand in the Senate during the day and kneel before a blood-soaked altar at night. This dual life made the cults untouchable. No one knew who to trust. No one knew how deep the influence went. Ordinary citizens sometimes noticed strange signs. Torches moving through streets after midnight. Masked figures entering buildings that appeared abandoned. Symbols carved into walls that had no meaning to outsiders. People learned quickly not to ask questions. Curiosity alone could make someone a target. Silence became survival. As Christianity rose and Roman law tightened, many of these cults disappeared from public awareness. Some were violently suppressed. Others faded quietly, sealing their chambers and erasing their traces. But they did not vanish completely. Underground temples have been discovered beneath modern cities. Altars still carry dark stains. Symbols remain carved into stone, their meanings lost. Some tunnels remain sealed, to this day, their contents unknown. These cults reveal a darker truth about humanity, that when secrecy, power, and belief combine, devotion can become something terrifying. Ancient Rome was not just a civilization of order and law. It was also a place where fear thrived in silence, where rituals blurred into brutality, and where horror existed not in myth, but in hidden rooms beneath everyday life. And that is what makes these stories so unsettling, because they are not legends. They are echoes.